Sometimes my barber has to wear goggles because of these massive sideburns. What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to do our 2 Tuesday vendor reviews. These are active for 7 days, so until the next Tuesday video. I'm off work today, so we get to actually record this pretty much right as the vendor pops up, right at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's jump into it. And I will give you a gold star if you can tell me where you think the Druidic Music Box Comb lead is tied to. Now, don't take too long, but feel free to put it in the comments below. And as always, we do super fast YouTube intros, so please hit the like and subscribe button. Let's do it. And if you guessed it was tied to a music box, ding, 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 you were correct. This normally drops from Wayrest Sewers 1, the end boss, which, to be honest, is pretty farmed because the Sergeant set there is very popular. So if you really wanted this, I wouldn't necessarily recommend 5,000 Archival Fortunes. I would say just go farm it, unless you really hate Wayrest Sewers for some reason. Maybe you really hate alligators. I get it. I saw the Crawl movie. But overall, it's a decent mythic if you want a music box. And now, would you be surprised if I told you that this lead was even easier to get than the first one? Because this one, you just pick it off the ground. And it's tied to the Telvanni Alchemy Station, which, to be completely fair, is a really cool alchemy station. I don't want to take that away from it, but you just pick it up right here. You can see the map. It's just right there. Now, next is certainly unique because it's a bound style page, Shadow Wren's Mask. And you can see here, I am modeling it for you. My part-time hobby. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Link not in the description below. It gives you the pterodactyl vibes, clan fear vibes. But what's fascinating about this item is that there's none listed on the PC market. And I've never seen that before. I've never gone to one of these Tuesday vendors and not seen a listing. So I can't be like, oh, guys, this is its value. Maybe you want to spend 15,000 Archival Fortunes because even though it's character bound, at least you could wear it if you're interested. But it's hard to know what the value is because there's none listed. So really, it's infinitely valuable, literally priceless. What does unfortunately have a price though are green shade treasure maps, which you can absolutely skip. There's nothing really that's going to tickle the pickle inside a green shade that's worth 2,000 Archival Fortunes to gamble on it. Next up is Companion Gear Medium. Now, Medium is generally used for your DPS traits, which notably are not as popular. It's kind of the third most popular role to give a companion because generally you're the one that does the damage, but maybe if you were trying to do some like AFK build, you could do some sort of like companion DPS build. And DPS gear and all companion gear has gone up in value for the simple fact that 2 new companions are coming out. Both of them have relatively good perks. People in ESO are absolute fiends when it comes to being completionists. So it's not as bad as a gamble as it used to be because the gear rises for companion gear has been consistently going up. And a lot of the events that are coming up don't explicitly give companion gear in very high amounts, even the ones that do drop it. So I would say it's an okay investment if you want to gamble on some DPS traits. Then we have our 2 books, which I'm never allowed to skip because if I do, you guys will threaten to unsubscribe. So there they are. Then this is where it becomes tricky again because Interrupt, Knockback, and Leeching Thirst are all pretty good scripts. But you probably have them. But then there's some of you watching this who don't have them. So it's always this weird conundrum of, do I recommend something like Interrupt? Do I say just go out and actually just farm daily quests? Just try to weave in some daily quests, into your routine. It's very hard for me to give a good recommendation because I always try to encourage people to save their premium currencies, like their Undaunted keys, their Televar, their Archival Fortunes. Those are pretty premium currency transmute crystals. And I don't like people wasting them. 2,000 isn't a lot. Same with 3,000 and 4,000. Couple, maybe 1 to 2 hours of grinding at most, even if you're doing it solo. So if you wanted to do that to get a guaranteed script that you need, because, Knockback and Interrupt do have some pretty cool utilizations, maybe it's okay. But this is just the internal dialogue I have. I know most people don't really give their internal dialogue out to people, but I talk to myself all the time, so you just get to listen to it. Next up, we have a public dungeon fragment. Then we have a fragment that drops from the Infinite Archive. But then we've got an interesting one, the Fragment of the Thorn. And this actually gives you access to silver bolts in a yellow color. And notably, the Fragment of the Thorn is exceptionally annoying to get. You have to do the final boss of Lady Thorn and have a chance to get it. So overall, potentially one that you may want to purchase for 5,000 archival fortunes. I was wondering, why is this one so much more expensive? Because usually they're like 1 or 2,000, and now it makes sense. For those of you who don't know, Lady Thorn is very annoying. She like flies around. You have to like stay in this little pathed area. It's real goofy. And to wrap us off, we have inside the Scarium, the scribing merchants. You do have to complete the Indrake to get these items to reset weekly. But if you do, you can get new scripts each week. These grimoires will remain the same, but these scripts rotate. We start with brutality and sorcery, which honestly is not a bad one. Interestingly, though, we also have lifesteal, which yoink, because I somehow don't have that one. But really, the big bad boy here is flame damage. Now, flame damage is a very generic script, and for 8,000 gold, is probably fairly essential for you to have if you're getting into the scribing system. And the reason for that is dealing flame damage is just universally good. It's not like frost damage where it's good but niche. Flame damage is just good but good. It's something that you want to have on all of your characters, and 8,000 gold is not a whole lot of investment to get a script that you potentially could roll and do daily quests for days, weeks for, depending on how lucky you are. And honestly, if you really wanted to just guarantee that you get it and you don't have 8,000 gold, just go start scrying, in Artam, pick up some treasures and sell them, and you'll be able to buy this for 8,000 gold. And the class mastery one is always here, so it's not really a rotational one. And then we have War Mage's defense. Now, War Mage's defense, I think, is pretty good, and honestly, for 12,000 gold, I would encourage you to get it. But it's not as essential, I would say, as flame damage. It's probably one that you want to have, but this one drops from World Boss Quest, Cyrodiil Quest, and Fighters Guild Quest. There's a good chance that you are actually actively doing World Boss Quests, so you likely will hopefully already have this one. And just for comparison, I would say that flame damage is definitely one that you would want to get because you have to do Daily Delve, Mage's Guild, or Fighters Guild. Nobody really is doing daily Mage's Guild and Fighters Guild quests. Hopefully you've gotten it doing a daily Delve mission, but notably it's not in any Rewards of the Worthy, it's not in any Cyrodiil quests, so the people who actively probably want to use flame damage, because it's mostly a PvP thing, but they're still really good for PvE, obviously, probably don't have it. So just round off my point, so I'm not killed in the comments, I would buy the flame damage script if you don't have it. But everyone, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment in the comments below. Second thing is just make sure you're subscribed/follow on Twitch and Twitter for additional drawings. And the third thing is just look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to find and comment that word, you will win. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Have a happy Tuesday. Check out yesterday's video on PvP. Will it be updated? And I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.